Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Jams got a good rest yesterday. I just knew I needed to take that. And then I had another good rest today. Like, I seriously did nothing today. Well, I did spend a little bit. Anyways, congratulations on first, Ricky. Congratulations on second, Bella. And congratulations on third, Firefox. Hey, Retro. So, I spun another almost, like, I think hank or chunk and a half of roving on my drop spindle. Look at how pretty. She's so pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. I love the colors. Anyways, and then I also, for a little bit yesterday, not too much, but I did spin a tiny bit on Nancy yesterday as well. I was watching some Dexter. um, and spinning. And then yeah. I kind of figured out how to draft for my own top world. Yay! That's awesome! That is awesome, Ricky. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all well. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was going to stream, and then I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I should just take the night off. And so that's what I did. I watched TV shows instead and spun a little bit on my drop spindle, spun a little bit in Nancy, and just was nice and chill. Hey, Jesse, the cats are about. I think Vinny's sleeping on top of the dryer right now, and I'm not entirely sure where Pickles is at the moment. Right, sometimes you just gotta take Jams time, or retro time, or whatever time. Just take some time to yourself. Spent a lot of time with Steaky today. It rained a little bit yesterday afternoon, and then it rained pretty much all night long and well into the morning. So I had a good day of just like chilling with Steaky in the camper. Mom slept all day. So that was nice. And yeah, I played some video games, had a nap, cuddled with Steaky. Then I came over here and was like getting ready for stream and watching YouTube videos and spinning a little bit on my drop spindle. And then I looked at the time and it was like almost 5:30 and I hadn't eaten anything yet. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm gonna be late to stream. I need to eat and I need to feed Mom. But we are really close to finishing this spin because I think the roll eggs that are left are just smaller ones. So they probably won't take too long to go through. Oh, they get fed in the morning. So they have dry food. They have a dry food dish that's there all day with food in it. And then they get canned food in the morning. Your kids or meds? Med check. You're right. You know what? Thank you, Retro, because I forgot to give Mom her meds. I'll be right back, guys. I hate when I do that. Okay, I'm back. I just like ran out there. I'm like, got anything to drink? Good. Meds. Before I forget. Welcome back from Adlands, everyone that got stuck in Adlands. They're playing in the porch. They're hunting flies in the porch. At least 2, possibly 3 bikes just went by. Working on knitting something. If I show you in whips what it looks like so far, do you want to guess what it's going to be? I always say I don't like to guess, but I mean, if I think I might know what it is, I might actually try to guess. let's see what you got. I'm curious now. Like, now you have to. Like, you just got to. I know it's not what I'm thinking. Is that like a body that's going to turn into something, or is that like the only thing that comes to mind? Hey Prince, how's it going? Not a body. Is it a tail? Is it an object? Maybe. Obviously, it's an object, but. I don't know. Blue and white stripes. Is it something? I'll look in Fleece in a sec, Crimson. Is it something? Is it something that I would see around? I don't know, your town or something?
Cheese! Cheese is good! Everybody say cheese!
The color isn't too relevant. Can be other colors. Oh, okay. Well, that's... Now it's really... I have no idea. I've never been a fan of Wendy's. I've only eaten there a couple times, and I just am disappointed every time I eat at Wendy's. I find their burgers are extremely flavorless. If I remember correctly, their fries weren't bad, though. Seaside towns, maybe. Ah. Is it a buoy? was I doing? I forgot what I was doing now. Right, I think I was going to Floof's. Come here, Bubba. Ooh, not a buoy. Lighthouse. Superman's still there. I did it. I got it. I was like sitting there. I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, what could it be? And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, lighthouse. Okay. Lip balm. I knew there was something else. You are spring green.
Very green. Green. Yay. The beans. The beans.
I said toe beans. Oh, I said little toe beans. And those are cute toe beans too. Come on, Vinny. Come on. Come on. You almost jumped up. Come on, Bubba. You're being such a pain in the butt. I'm gonna pick you up there. Oh, that's so bad. I need my Vinny hugs. I need my Vinny hugs. So you don't confuse me with Retro or the Redneck. Yeah, now that Retro and Redneck are back, I'm messing their names up already. What can I say? I'm easily confused. Apparently. Right? Yeah, you definitely need to make a door. I'm excited to see what it looks like finished. It's gonna be awesome. I just know it. Oh, right. Oh, excuse me. Sought for a new command last night. Oh? What is this new command? Of doing a lighthouse keeper. And he. Oh! Yes! Yes, Retro, you must. Bend and snap. Bend and snap. What is that from again? On the way home from, I was at a set of traffic lights beside a trucker looking for Walmart, and get this, he was at the completely different, opposite end of the town. His GPS did not. Ah, Legally Blonde. Yes. I was like, freaking, I'm like, what is that from? I know it so well. It sounds like my body when I stand up. I need to watch Legally Blonde again. Oh my god, it's been so long. Yes. Legally Blonde and House Bunny. I need to watch these. Retro. You must. You must. Yes, and Legally Blonde too. Must watch them all. Legally Blonde, Legally Blonde 2. Why is that so hard for me to say? And House Bunny. If you haven't seen that, you must watch them all. They're all great. Oh, I want to watch them now. Yes, Miss Congeniality. Heck yeah. Lots. But I already have a list of stuff I want to watch and films I want to watch again. Well, then just add them to the bottom of that list. Or, if you're like, you know, it can go above this one on the list, I guess, then add it there. Just add it to the list. There's no rules against how long the list is. Right? Or has to be. God, I haven't seen that in forever. Actually, a physical list. Just know there's films I want to watch. I shall never get around to watching them all. Yeah, I know. Same here. Why is Crimson Pele? Mrs. Doubtfire. I love that movie. Hello! Aw, I love Robin Williams. I don't know if there's even one movie of his that I don't like. You can come up? Yeah. You leave it alone. Whoa! My camera just like glitched. Did you guys see that? Worked out until recently, and it was open mic night, so I did a stand up and borrowed a joke from Robin Williams in the film Jack. Nice. I love this baby. Yeah, I love you, buddy. I love you so much. Yeah. I love your purse. I love your purse. You Vinny purse. Hey Zalera, how's it going? I'm trying to spin, but we have a cuddle bug. And he's doing the squeaky purr, which means he really wants lovin's. Hey, buddy. I love this boy. You good boy. Vinny chatters. Like, not like the chatter that they do when they see a bird or a squirrel out the window, but he'll walk through the house going usually it's because he saw another cat outside and he's upset and he wants you to know that there's another cat out there. He is so, like, demanding of attention at this moment. Patch Adams. Oh, Patch Adams. Basically, I started off with talking about me and my recent health scare, made a joke about how it would be scary to go and look at my medical history, as you'd probably need some chauffeurs to guide you around and not get lost in a maze of things. Then I used the line from Jack Nice. They get some good laughs. Do you want back up, buddy? Is that what you want? I don't know what you want, buddy. You gonna come up? Come on, buddy. I see you thinking. Sherpas. Sherpas. Sherpas? Come on, Baba. Come on. Come on. He's like, no, you pet me. Sherpa. Sherpa. Bill Patch Adams hated the movie because they gender bent the bestie and made her a love interest. So I said about medical advances and how they're always discovering new things. The line I took was, I read that they're coming away from testing on animals and using lawyers instead. The reason is the scientists won't get an emotional attachment to the lawyers. I forgot to add the second bit, which is also, there's some things even a rat wouldn't do, but I still got a good laugh. Right? Well, at least he felt that it was accurate. For the most part. Sherpa is someone who often helps guide people who are going up mountains. I recognize the term, but I couldn't remember what it was. So that makes sense now. Well, maybe you're just gonna have to start doing it every open mic. Every open mic night, you should go and do some stand up. That'd be awesome. Gosh, Nancy's loud tonight. Nancy, you're so loud tonight. I wonder if I put you on something if you'll get quieter. I feel like you're half rattling on the container and half just your noisy self. Let's borrow this teddy bear that I still have yet to finish. Oh, no, it's not wide enough.
Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. It's my baby. I love you. Yeah. Bye, friend. I love you.
Okay. Oh, and then he comes back. I don't think he knows what he's doing. This is what we can use. We can use this book cover that I keep forgetting to put back on. Let's see if this helps. Again. Not really much quieter. I don't know. He's just having a needy night. He has his needy days and his not so needy days. God, you're so rattly and noisy. Trying to figure out what is making the noise. It sounds like it's coming from up here. It's probably the bearing. It's probably the bearing of my flyer going, yay! The one thing that I don't want to go. Oh yeah, I was gonna take a drink of my herbal tea. It's probably just having a temper tantrum. Nancy has been well used. We just started this one, so I think 3 altogether. And yeah, we have 3, and then this one is quite skinny in places. So it's a small one, and this one's not that much bigger. So this is, I think, the last big chonky roll egg. And then we got 2 skinny ones. Yes. Yes. She's she's a well used, well loved girl. And I do need to replace some parts on her. I should replace her motor. Honestly, I'd like to get my hands on another flyer because I feel like this one is starting to go. And I say that because I noticed that the bearing gets like an oily residue to it. And pretty sure that means that there's a leak somewhere in the bearing, and it's a sealed bearing. Oh, hi, you missed the message, Gems. A really good friend of mine did performing arts at college, and one thing his class did was they went to a comedy night in London, and his video is on YouTube somewhere. I'll have to find the video because he's brilliant in that. If that's okay for me to share. Yes, for sure. Sorry I missed that message. But yes, by all means. Yep, you can share it here. But also share it in Discord too. For anyone that might be interested. Unless you don't want to share it in Discord for some reason. So, did I tell you guys that the Temu bug got me the other day? I went on there for, I can't remember what I was going to look for, but it was something that I gotten on Temu. So much. Well, 90% of it just shipped today, so I was like, it got me good. And it's funny because I was downtown. I went and got a coffee from McDonald's, and I'm coming home, and my email notifications just start going off. Ping, 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 and the notifications coming down is like, your Temu order has shipped. Your Temu order has shipped. And I'm like, oh, God. Just remind me of all the money I spent. I remember now. I was telling you guys about the little mini vacuum thing that's probably going to be... Oh, God. It was hilarious. I'm just like, yeah, just, point out my shame all in one go. Ping, 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 ping. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Hopefully at least half of the stuff is worth getting. What I am interested in, and I can't wait for it to come, is I got Mom a couple, I think it was a couple, windmills, like decorative windmills. So, here we go. So, I got her one of these. Yeah. And, where was the other one? I think I got her another one, or is that one of the ones that I didn't end up getting? I was looking at a couple of them. No, I don't want to buy anything else, Temu. Nice try. Oh, maybe I decided against the other one. But yeah, there was another one in there that I was looking at. Oh, that's a cute top. No. Stay away from buying things. I also bought... Oh, look at that one. No, don't look at windmills. So I bought some of this. It says one size. I have no idea how much I'm actually going to get, but I got the blue one. So, it could be a little bundle. It could be a big bundle. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be like a little bundle. But I'm not going to spin the wheel. I am not going to... No. I've got enough crap that I don't need. I don't think. I think there's like maybe 2 things on there that I actually need. And that's, okay, I don't need it. But I get in a yarn bowl. I don't need that. I am getting a couple pairs of pants. I do need those. If they fit. If they don't, then they go to mom. That's the great thing, is like when you buy things that are sometimes questionable sizes, if you've got someone that's a little bit smaller than you, here you go, present! Oh? Oh? What is this controversial thing? And were they the die-hard Superman fans that one little thing wrong is going to make it bad? I mean, I had a conniption shit over the new True Grit movie because he wore the eye patch on the wrong eye, but I still liked the movie. I just had to get over the fact that the eye patch was on the wrong eye. But controversial, and controversial plot twist, that could be a lot of things. It could be a baddie ad. Or it could be someone just stirring the pot, so to speak. Hi, buddy. You say my papa? You say my papa? Yeah. I love you, buddy. and far away. I love this song. I love Patty Gurdy. Over the hills and far away. Far away.
You giving me? You giving? I love you.
Over the hills and far away. I think my mom just dropped her phone on the floor. Still breathing. Jam smash. Blah, 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 blah. Smash. Sorry, that was probably really loud. Smash. I still find that funny. Break me down. Break me down, break me down. Right?
Hi, Pickles. What are you doing? You gonna come up? You gonna come up? She's like, nah.
Nah.
Nah, I'm gonna go over here now.
Hey, why do you hate me? Crazy. Break me down, break me down. Break me down, break me down. Break me down, break me down.
Downloaded.
I kind of like this song. I let the smart shuffle on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my god, it was raining so heavy this morning. It was beautiful. It woke me up, it was so loud, and then it knocked me back out because rain is very soothing for me. I would kill to have $1.26 a liter gas. I will trade you the cheap gas for the rain. Though the rain is gone, so I guess I can't really trade it to you. It rained so heavy on and off tonight, though not to the extent it was noisy. I love rain. I don't like rain all the time because I require light. I am very, very much a solar powered human. I don't have to be in the sun, but I need like good daylight. Oh, we had a little bit of that ourselves. I mean, we didn't so much have sun and wind, but we had rain and wind, and then we had rain and sun. Like this morning, it was sunny, but it was raining. I did not look to see if there was a rainbow. This valley is prone to having sun and rain because it is such a huge valley. So you're usually going to be blessed with a rainbow. see, I love that. It's so soothing for me. Like that is like the most soothing thing ever for me is lightning storms at night. When I was little, I used to we had our house had like windowsills that were about yay wide. And I remember one particular night it was really storming out and I got up and I curled up on the windowsill with my blankie and just watched the lightning storm in the sky. It was the most I loved it. I was also one of those kids that would sit out. Come on. I was also one of those kids that would sit out on a blanket in the middle of the yard during a lightning storm. Yes, I was like Window Cat. I always wanted a window seat. Because obviously, once I got older, I couldn't sit on the windowsill anymore. And I always wanted to have, like, a window seat where I could curl up on the window seat and look out the window. If I had one, I'd probably live on that window seat constantly. Right? Though, can't remember if it was my aunt. Like, not my real aunt, like one of my mom's friends. She always said you should never sleep with your. I think it. She said you should never sleep with your head to the window and feet to the door or something like that. I sleep with my head. Well, my window's closed, but my bed is literally like I have a window on the front of my camper trailer, and the head of my bed is right there. I used to have it open, but I kind of got lazy and just after winter because I would always close it for winter. I keep extra heat in because a lot of cold comes off that window. Um, and I just the last couple of years I just haven't bothered opening it, and honestly I should because it lets in so much light in my camper. What does it look like you're poking that green thing that could be a frog in the butt? Poke. Boop. Why you poke me in the butt? Just like off in my own little world spinning. Sorry, guys. Completely just like distracted, zoned out. Spinning can be very meditative. Not gonna lie. It's fine. It's oops. Get off there. It's because the flyer is spinning so fast, and the bobbin kind of will. The nano bobbins don't have bearings like the 6.1, so it's just plastic on plastic. And sometimes, if the flyer is spinning really fast, it will make that horrible sound. So whereas like the 6.1 bobbins, they have bearings. There's also one on this side. You just can't really see it. The nano ones. Do I have another one kicking around? Yeah. Yeah, the nano ones don't. They're just plastic all the way through. And it so they don't spin as nice. Right, I know that was hilarious. I was not expecting it to break. Like I was just kind of like, I don't know what I was doing. I was definitely in my own little world that time too, but this one I was aware of the break, so it wasn't so bad. Come on. Spin faster, Nancy. You know you can do it. Yay, Jaylee! I love Jaylee. Be fine. Definitely don't want to do that. Has there been any news on when the new electric eel wheel comes out? Like the fold? I haven't checked recently. I am not 100% sure when the fold is coming out. I think they're also going to be bringing out the Nano 2 again. They're just doing... They did some updates on it, so I think it's going to be Nano 2.1. And I'll have to look to see if there's any recent newsletters out. Let's take a quick ticky-boo and see what's going on with that. Doesn't look like there's anything recent from Dreaming Robots on in my mailbox. So. Oh, looks like they got the Nano 2.1. Oh wait, is it in stock though? It looks like it's in stock. Dreaming Robots has the Nano 2.1. You can get a pretty purple one now. I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I didn't I had an option between blue or black. So they like this color of blue or my black one, and I didn't like the blue, so I went with the black. But now they got purple again. I don't need one, so I'm not gonna. Oh yes, yes, yes. Totally. With my millions of dollars. Oh, Aberdeen, you've been calling me. Come. Now I'm like trying to remember. Did I actually say something like when free? To that sage stone beneath stars. Clear my mind and flow my soul to lay down all my sorrows. Oh, I wish I could sing lower. Calling to me. Problem is Avi sings in a key that's too low for me, and if I go an octave higher, it's too high for me. Drives me nuts. Rest my weary bones. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Life is all there, more than to place long West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Gather round her, Night Earth's lady, strange to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye, country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. Voice, morning now she calls me. Radio reminds me of home far away. Driving down the road, feeling yesterday. Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Hello, how's it going? We are finishing up the spin. We should have it finished tonight. And then whatever's left of the night, we will probably spin on Pinky, Mod Drop Spindle. Cause, oh, come on. Like, look at how pretty this is coming along. I am in love with the colors that this is coming out with. We are pretty much at the point where I got to start a new layer again. But
Yeah.
plying is always fun. Sometimes. Oh my goodness, Raid! Welcome on in, Raiders! How was your stream? I was lurking for a bit there. I love that little mini spindle. God, that thing is so cute. I want one. I saw that. I'm like, I need one of those. I don't need one, but I need one of those. It's all good. If you guys aren't following Cherry, you really should follow Cherry. I love all her. I was drooling over all her spindles that she had. Not gonna lie. I was just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I need. I don't need, but I want. Showcase, drop spindles. Nice! Oh, that's exciting. That is super exciting. I hope that I'll be able to catch it. You might need it if you want to spin cotton. Right? I do want to try spinning cotton one day. I have yet. I want to. Yeah. Right now, we are just spinning wool. I'm not saying I am shopping for... If it wasn't for the fact that I went and just spent a crap ton of money on Temu that I did not need to spend money on, I probably would be shopping. It's probably a good thing that I already wasted my money for the month. Probably the next couple months, not gonna lie. Spotify link. For those that are new, I am going to lag a bit. Don't worry, I will be back. It's just Spotify lags my computer out. It takes 10 years for it to open, but we'll be good. Well, it depends on the day. Sometimes it opens fast. Might as well spin while I wait. Oh my goodness, another raid! Welcome on in, Raiders! That's 2 raids in one. Well, not one. 2 raids back to back. Come on, Spotify, open up. There's Spotify is opening up. I'm just queuing up a song, so I might be laggy. Nice. I love that. Welcome, man. Thank you. What were you up to? Was literally typing in the raid and you raided out, so I had to chase you. It's all good. It's all good, retro. I did the other one. I'm trying to stick to my posted time schedule so I can practice work/life balance. Yeah, I keep to a. I'm pretty strict with my schedule. I almost always start at 6 p.m. Pacific time every night, but there are times when I'm a little bit late, and I try to do things. I try to accomplish things during the day. I gotta work on that whole like. I'm really good at making sure I'm here for stream. Not so good at doing the adulting life stuff. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss working. Unfortunately, I can't work. I guess I'm sort of working. I'm a full-time caregiver now. What I got at Walmart yesterday. What did you get at Walmart yesterday? I'm gonna have to bust out the more colorful inks when those arrive. Ooh. I feel like I've been missing some stuff. My chat went a little crazy there. Yeah. Light wood turning tonight. Made 2 more tests. Ooh. Okay. That's cool. Ooh, nice. I haven't had Merci chocolates in a long time. That is so cool. I'm the test prototype so we can figure out what design works best. That is so cool. Hey, Sunglow, thank you for the check-in. Commissioning me to make a custom stylus from black and white ebony, and I want to make sure I get it just right. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Kind of annoyed with Instacart right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Sunglow. That sucks. Oh, we're gonna get ads in about 5 minutes here, guys. Maybe sooner. Bloody ads. Just a heads up. Also, if there's anyone that needs to raid and run, by all means, you can raid and run. We're very raid and run friendly here. If not, you're more than welcome to hang out or lurk. I'm mostly just going to be spinning, probably off of my own little world a little bit. To be fair, I have only used this kind of pen made from glass before, so it's a unique challenge, right? To work out exactly how to make one from wood. I kind of want to like, I want to know how it all works out because this is so cool. Still haven't eaten dinner. I should probably do that. Dinner is important. I almost forgot mine tonight. It was like 5:30, and I looked at the time and I'm like, oh crap! I haven't even started supper yet. So I was a little bit late to stream today. Thank you for the check-in, Jamie. Had a whole batch with a picky customer. Then when I told him the store was closing and I wouldn't be able to continue with his order, he went silent on me, had to contact shopper support and have them cancel the batch. At least I still got paid. Right? Man, that sucks. I will try to stream or at least record testing the prototype so I don't have to guess what I was right. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. legs. My legs are getting tired today. I don't know why. Support cat, very cute, will stare forlornly if I don't feed her early. Aww. No, not sitting on them, but this chair, because it's a rocking chair, if I lean forward and I'm not sitting far enough back on the chair, it gets like really low to the ground and it feels like I'm sitting cross-legged some days. So I have to like readjust. Excuse me, sorry. That was a little bit rude. That was a little bit rude. Finally, I have a transmission specialist taking a look at the car tomorrow at 3 p.m. I definitely want to be there when it happens, right? They told us that the car was supposed to be done by the end of last week. I miss... Aww. I'm sorry, Sunglow. Hopefully this gets sorted out for you, because this is ridiculous. We're almost through this roll egg, and this is the last chunky roll egg. The last two are a lot smaller, which means we're gonna be done this spin soon. The only thing I like about the truck is that Mom can't track me in it like she does the Explorer. Then she gets mad when Josh and I are out and wind up eating out while she's here. Like, dude, there's food, cook something, right? Wherever you are. I usually eat about once or twice a day, but yes, I feel that. I can cook. I actually don't mind cooking. I hate cleaning up the mess afterwards. So it tends to get put off and put off, put off, and then I have to clean in order to cook, and I hate that. But yeah, I usually have like a late breakfast, early lunch, and then I have a supper, and that's it. I very rarely eat first thing in the morning. My body just does not like to eat first thing in the morning, even though first thing in the morning is the better time to eat. Yeah. I have no problem cooking when it's just a few people, but cooking for 5, no. I wind up with leftovers for an army. Yeah, cooking for 5 people, that would be... yeah. had to adjust to cooking for one. That has been a challenge. I always end up, yes, it took me a long time to learn how to cook for just one person. Because, like, I always, when I cooked for me and my hubby, I always cooked extras so that he would have enough to take in his lunch tomorrow. So usually I was cooking for about 3 to 4 people every night, and then then I was just cooking for myself, and I'm like, how do I do this? And now I cook for me and mom, and I've gotten pretty good at being able to cook for just the two. Sometimes I wish I could make more so that we had leftovers, but it's better that I don't have leftovers because they don't always get eaten. My mom has become a very picky eater later on in her life. Just to cook for an army. Welcome back! I wish I could cook for more people more often. I used to cook for me and Josh, would make meals that lasted days. Then Mom moved in, and she's unfortunately a bottomless pit. I love her, I do, but I get tired. Yeah. Leftovers good. That's just accidental meal planning. A Bob Ross accident, if ever there was one. Sometimes. Oh, hydrate. Hey, Frog, how's it going? I did not hear that sound go off. Did a sound go off? Was I just not paying attention? So at least once a week I make a family meal that gives me 4 or 5 days of leftovers. Then I used to try that. It never worked for me. And my hubby, he did not like leftovers. So he liked his supper, and then he liked his leftovers for lunch the next day. But that was it. So anytime I had leftovers that surpassed that, I had to create a whole new meal with those leftovers. Though I did learn to cook a lot of interesting meals just by like recreating something from what I had. And yeah, my hubby was a little bit of a picky eater. Doing good, that's awesome, Frog. My grandma often cooked so much that she called the amount of food prepared enough to feed half the military camp. Since I'm just a few minutes from the military base. That's awesome. If I ever get sound alert capability, I'm going to use my kazoo and nice. Yes. Hubby wasn't used to leftovers either, so he has to get used to leftovers now. Leftovers are, I don't know, I like leftovers depending on what it is. Most times I like leftovers. But there are some foods that I will not eat leftover. I made these amazing smothered burritos one time, and I want to make them again, but we can't find the. Oh no! Are you able to maybe find it on like Amazon or something? I have zero problems eating the same thing one meal a day for a week. I can usually go a couple days, and then enough is enough. I get sick of it. I grew up in a house where my mom was a binge the same thing until you get sick of it kind of person. And now there's a lot of foods that I can't eat repeatedly because of that. And then there's other foods I can still do that. But yeah. Some meals get better the next. Some meals do get better the next day. Stew, chili, borscht. Oh, I love borscht. I need to make borscht again. It's It's borscht season. The beets and the cabbage and yum 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 yum. Sorry. I get really excited for when I can get yes, borscht. Borscht is basically like a vegetable stew. There's different versions of it. There's beet borscht. There's tomato borscht. I love borscht. Borscht. Yeah. I like beet borscht. My mom likes tomato borscht. Oh, my neighbor makes an amazing borscht. They put sausage in there. It's like this smoked farmer's sausage. And it, I don't know. I think she might use a vegetable. I'm not exactly sure what she does. But it is completely different from any borscht I've had. But it's freaking phenomenal. It's so good. So whenever she's like, oh, I made some borscht. You guys want some? We're just like... Please. I need to get her recipe. I grew up with a meat and potatoes in some slight variations every night. Might be why I mostly eat a vegetarian. I was kind of the same way. I mean, I still do eat a lot of meat, but honestly, I went off of meat for quite a while. Not like fully, but like I didn't eat a lot of it. And I was picky about the meat that I ate. Grandma and Grandpa forced me to eat pickled beets when I was a kid. I love beet and cat. Right? Right? So good. I have this really yummy borscht recipe that I do that was, it was, I think it was like my mom's cousin's friend's recipe or whatever, and it's really good. But it's a huge recipe. I shrink it down a lot. I can kind of play kazoo already. It's instrument I am mostly proficient in because it's just humming, right? Pickled beets are delicious, but if you eat them too often, they do. That was actually the only way I would eat beets as a kid, was pickled beets. There you go. Perfect. I had chicken and mole for the first time today. Mole? Yeah, working in a kitchen for a summer, it took me a long time before I would eat chicken wings. Just the prep of chicken wings. Mole. Oh, okay. Thick sauce, peppers, peanut. Ooh, that sounds really good. Not gonna lie, I would love to try it. Be shocking the next morning when you eat a whole lot of. Yes, it can be. Speaking of pickled beets, I have a jar of pickled beet. Pickled? Pickled. I have a jar of pickled beets in my fridge that I keep telling myself I need to eat up because I want to use the juice to dye with. But I keep forgetting that they're in there and not eating them. Peanut sauce had a baby. Okay, that is interesting. See, I love the taste of enchiladas, but and I don't know if it's just the way that they were made growing up or whatnot, but I have severe texture issues and I find them too soggy for me. And so it sets my texture issues off. But I love the taste of them. Anyways, I'm off to find food. Have a great stream. You take care. Thank you again for the raid. And I hope to catch one of your streams again soon because I enjoy watching your streams. I did not. Mostly it was the peanut sauce, but a bit spicy. We had it on chicken and rice. Ooh, that sounds really good. Not gonna lie. I don't. Any thoughts on Deadpool's favorite Mexican food? What's Deadpool's favorite Mexican food? Hey, Dan! I'm doing good. How are you? Chimichangas. Never had them, so I don't know. There's chocolate in the mole, but it's not the dominant flavor. I listed it because Rumi made it seem like it was an important ingredient. Okay, that sounds really good. Not gonna lie, a deep fried burrito? I love burritos. That just sounds really tasty. Okay, what I don't know what kind of hot chocolate that is, but it sounds tasty. Add a little bit more black in there. I exist, just doing everything I can to try and keep my body relatively calm, even though my mind is going a million miles a second. Oh, Dan, I feel that. Sending you lots and lots of air hugs. Normal American cup of Colombian coffee would have you seeing God, keeping tasting colors. Huh? Ooh, I've put cinnamon in my cocoa before. I love cinnamon. It's very nice, but it is different from the usual American. Well, it sounds like I would really enjoy it. I would love to try that. I think I've even put cayenne in my hot chocolate before. I'm trying to remember if I... Pretty sure I did. Cinnamon is... Yes, I love cinnamon. Cinnamon in coffee, cinnamon in hot chocolate. Cinnamon... Oh, cinnamon on plain Greek yogurt is also divine. And in cottage cheese, also divine. I love cinnamon. I could live off of cinnamon, not gonna lie. I like chipotle sauce. I don't know if I've had like an actual chipotle pepper. Guys are talking about all these things I don't know about and they sound interesting and I want to try them. At this point, I only don't add cinnamon to my cocoa if I'm sharing it with someone else or if I'm being super early childhood nostalgic, because I learned about the cinnamon thing when I was 8 and there was no real... Right? It's also supposed to be good for diabetics too.
Cinnamon is just good for you all around.
Especially if you get the right cinnamon. Because there's 2 types of cinnamon. There might be more, but there's... Was it Ceylon? Or I can never pronounce it. I grew up in Southern California, which has a high Latin population. I think primarily Mexican. But there's others. There was a woman who used to sell tamales for out of the back of her van in the food for. I've always wanted to try tamales. I've seen them be made like on TV and things like that, and I'm just like, I want to try a tamale.
Give me Papa.
We have an orange snuggle buggle. Damn it! Whoops! Just hit my nitty naughty. You know, just trying to break my newly repaired nitty naughty. Music up, puppy. He has been. I don't know if it's because I was gone most of the day because I spent it over at the camper, or if it's the weather or what. But he is definitely extra snuggly today. And I'm definitely not complaining. Well, he hasn't seen Mystique since he was a kitten, and he didn't take to her very well back then, so... Good pups. But come wintertime, I'm probably gonna start locking him and Mystique out. Not him and Mystique. Him and Pickles out of the studio and trying to bring Pickles in. Lock Vinny and Pickles out of the office and bring Mystique in. I can talk. Sorry, having a hard time finding the song. For some reason, it wants to be stupid. Stop messing up music. I said I missed seeing them, not gonna lie. Last apartment complex, we had Tamale late. Oh, the Lotes man in a produce truck who would come by on specific days. Okay, that sounds awesome. Okay, hold on. I'm working on trying to find the song. It's being stubborn. I apologize. Why can't I find it? I can find other songs by that band. Just not that one. I had a full-blown panic attack last night, still in the attack, but it's not as intense. Oh, Dan, I'm sorry. Mostly just crying the last few hours. My mind, my body doesn't let me cry in the normal way. I just shake. Oh, sending you hugs. Let me look. If there's a baby metal. Oh, there is a baby metal one. Do you want me to do that one? Okay, well, I queued up the baby metal one just in case. Okay, perfect. The hubby was wrong. Some of y'all grew up in East San Diego County in the mountains, now live in... I feel that. go back. We're in Ohio right now. I miss home so much. I'm the one who cannot stray too far from the ocean. I like that. That's cute, though. I wish I lived closer to the ocean so that I could, like, experience that. I've only seen the ocean once in my life. Well, I guess technically twice in the same month. But I only got to, like, put my feet in the ocean, like, once. And got sunburnt to hell and feel way better than I did before. Nice. Oh, to not even be able to swim in the lakes, that sucks. That's me, Sunglow. My God, I keep wanting to call you Pele. Why? I always want to call you Pele. Always. And then I call Pele Melly, and Melly Pele. Oh, hi, buddy. I was not expecting that. Hi. You back? Do you know what you want? I don't think you do. Now that this is fully dried, it doesn't even wiggle. It,
It's so pretty.
sorry, I got distracted by the nitty naughty. I got distracted. I need to at least know if I go out my front door and roll west for an hour or less, I'll be in the cool embrace of Mother Sea. This is important to my mental health. For me, it's the mountains. The mountains are very important to my mental health. But I grew up in the mountains. I grew up in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. I got spoiled. I feel so out of my element when I don't have my mountains around. And then I pretty much grew up in the bush because, like, if we weren't going somewhere out in the bush with my dad, either just driving on old back roads or going up to my uncle's hunting cabins, we were always with my mom going out in the bush just outside of town, lighting campfires, roasting hot dogs. I spent my childhood climbing on clay banks. just running wild in the bush. It was a little bit of a wild thing back in the day when I was a kid. I haven't been camping in years either. It drives me nuts. I haven't even really been driving on back roads in probably the last 7 years. Yes, clay is soft surface. Um, we used to dig pathways in the clay banks where we lived. Um, we had like a pathway across the whole thing, and we would dig out big chunks of clay. It's not like your regular clay that you do pottery with. This was yellow clay, very fine powdery clay, and we used to take out big blocks of clay, and we would carve in the clay, and yeah, and climb from the bottom all the way up to the top. It was our playground. I wonder if I have. You know what? I might actually have some pictures. I know my brother has some pictures of some of the clay banks that we used to climb on. There was several, and there was 100 Foot, which was the closest one to our home. It was a sheer, steep hill, so you could only climb up so far on that. When we were kids, someone had carved like a cave into the face of it that you could go and sit in, but over years of erosion, that eventually disappeared. And then there was what we called the clay banks, but everybody else used to call Lover's Leap, and that was the one that we spent most of our time on as kids. But then there was the clay castles that was like way farther down. We used to have to access them mostly like by railroad track, so you'd walk the way down on the railroad tracks. Um, but let me see if I can find some of the clay banks that we used to climb on. My brother spends most of his time climbing mountains, so most of his pictures are mountains or ice falls. But I know that he, not too long ago, had gone out to, I think, the clay castles. Just seeing if I can find it. God, he's been some beautiful places. And he posts so many bloody pictures.
It's the Twitch.
Oh, I miss Twitch. My brother's dog used to be named Twitch. Truly depends on the back roads for me. I don't much care for old 80. That's one lane wide and a shoulder if you're in a wide spot. Switch back up the mountain between the town I grew up for my first 5 years in when I grew up the rest of the way up, but there are some other back roads where I grew up are less alarming. I have I have been on them all. I'm talking like logging trail, old switchback roads. Those are fun to go up on. Was that a mosquito? I haven't seen mosquitoes in a while because it's been so hot. gosh. Where are the clay banks? Mountains, mountains, mountains. Gorgeous mountains. I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to find these pictures, no problem. Super quick, easy. I forgot the bazillion mountain pictures he has. Probably would have had better luck starting at the very bottom of his photos instead of the top. Nope. I can't find them. Darn! Because I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you guys my old stomping ground where I used to spend my childhood. The only time the back roads are acceptable to me is driving down them is necessary for reaching my destination, or a detour or something. Oh, I love the back roads. If it's not paved and it's out in the boonies, especially the mountains, that's my happy place. Some of the little ones that run through my hometown are good because they cross the Sweetwater River and pools form cross. Oh gosh, that's so awesome. Since we lived there, we did is my mom is a lifetime card carrying member of the Horse Girls Club. Nice. Did I actually? Okay. It's not a close view. It's a like an aerial kind of picture, or well, it's not aerial, but it's all along our railroad tracks. It's hard to see, but are all these clay banks. And I grew up climbing on those things. And I think this one, I don't know whereabouts that section is, but it is. It is part of the wetlands. I just don't know what section because there's no railroad track there. But yeah, I was my favorite place to be as a kid was out on those clay banks. I'm pretty sure that's where my brother got his love of climbing. Was climbing those clay banks. Dogs to my child self as usual, so the time travel assassins can find me easily. You know how it is, right? I need to get my butt moving if I want to finish the spin. Been distracted between cats and trying to find pictures of the clay banks I used to climb on as a kid. $100 was the best because we used to go down there not just to climb on the clay banks, but when the water was high on the river, we could swim where this one sandbar was. Like the river was a very slow moving river on the top, but it had like a really strong undercurrent. So unless you were like a strong swimmer, you didn't want to be swimming around in that river. But come flood time, you could swim on top of the sandbars as long as you stuck close to the bank. And we used to go down all the time and swim on this one sandbar, and it was like the best. Because you would seriously, I kid you not, I was a very strong swimmer, and at the time, not anymore. I probably suck now, but like I was a really good strong swimmer. Not like ridiculously fast, but I was fairly fast. And swimming full strength up that river, because we would swim up the sandbar and then we'd float back down. Swimming full strength, I swear I was going like this. This fast. It was like you'd be just kicking your legs like crazy and you'd just be moving the speed up the river. Like it was ridiculous. Welcome back. Ooh, what'd you get for food? And I hang out in another friend's chat too. At least one, maybe more. I am bad at these details at times. I have remarkably little caution for someone who grew up in the Wild West era of the internet, right? Definitely not. Not even close. My knees won't allow me to swim with my legs anymore. Yeah, mine probably wouldn't either. So it's all arm work. I don't think my knees would let me. My problem is I am like a frickin' buoy. I actually struggle to swim because I am too floatable. I kid you not. I can stand straight up and down in the water and I'll bounce like a buoy. I will never drown, except for my feet do like to come up behind me, and so I'll be floating on my stomach. So if I had fallen asleep, my face would be in the water. But as long as I'm awake to hold my head up, I can just float. I won't drown. But it makes it annoying because I can't really swim very well because I float too much. And then there's my brother, his feet sink. Mine don't. right? Taught my boyfriend internet safety when we were teenagers and newly formed friends because I had run afoul of trolls and yeah. And he had not, which he remembers me doing, and I don't, but I believe it because I definitely remember the trolls and such, right? You know, it is. Like, if you're tired, you know, you don't have to worry about holding on to anything. It's like, oh, I'm tired. Just float here for a while. Yep. Back in the day, used to hang out on this chat site called Camfrog. Oh boy. That was. I learned all the what not to do's on the internet from that place. Camfrog. It still exists, but I don't think anyone ever goes on it, and it's like a garbage site, and I think basically it's just like lamp on head. No, it was a frog. Was there a lamp on the head? I don't think there was a lamp on the head. I don't know. It's been a long time. I learned safe habits, or you. Yes. And if you learn the habits, you might be okay. But if you learn them from the hurt, yes. Yes. Oh, it was a meme back in the day. Okay. Respect. Yeah, I met a lot of good people and a lot of bad people back in the day. Some of those people I'm still friends with. 20 years. 20 years I've known some of them. And I'm still good friends with some of them. Wild west of the internet. We are more than the space our bodies occupy. Yes, exactly. 100%. Hey, Nina girl, how's it going? Nice. I'm trying to think if I have anyone older than 20 years. I don't think so. I was a bit of a late bloomer when it came to the whole internet thing. 2005. He lives in Canada, actually, somewhere in BC. Ooh, yes! BC rules! Oh, I'm totally not from BC. No. That was definitely not an obvious sign that I was from BC. My oldest internet friend was made in 99, the year that I was supposed to graduate, but the year that my brother did. That is awesome. BC rules! Yeah! Honestly, until like say like maybe 8 years, no, probably closer to 10 years ago, um, I'd actually seen more of Alberta and Saskatchewan than I had of BC. But now I've seen a lot more of BC now. Grew up here my whole life, but saw more of Alberta and Saskatchewan. But that's because all my family was mostly out in Alberta and Saskatchewan. There were some messed up folks involved in my internet adolescence that had very real and long-term impact on my life. Oh, that sucks. And then there were folks who were amazing. BF and I have known each other for so long, our friendship will be old enough to drink in a couple months. That's awesome. This is officially over a half both our lives now. Wow. That is awesome. Yeah, I actually have a couple of my 20-year friendships that still pop into my stream once in a while. They usually just lurk. Come on. You're such a good Bobby. Yeah. You're a good puppy. Yeah. Get my papa. He's like, I want to cuddle, but I don't want to cuddle. But I want to cuddle. Maybe just not like that. He used to sleep like that all the time in my arms. Not so much anymore. No, you can't. Stop chewing on things. You can't chew. No chew. Not chewy. No. Are you becoming a little shit? He's like, who, me? There was one time he actually chewed on my mic. There's a clip of it. He just came up and he was like, yeah. I'm like, Vinny. Because it's a metal mesh mic, so it was very loud. Just being comfy. Be careful. Why are you... He's finding anything and everything that he can rub on. Right? With the O. I used to have another orange cat years ago, but he had the more like the tiger, the finer stripes. Minnie, why are you chewing on stuff? Huh? Why are you chewing on stuff? Oh, there goes the spinning wheel. He's like, yep. Don't chew on my nitty naughty. Vincent, please don't chew on the nitty naughty. Vincent? Hey, that was my finger. And stab. Cheese! Cheese is good! Everybody say cheese! And there's the Pele! Sending you hugs! There was a little bit of pickles hair in there, but yeah. It's gonna be a good yield this year. Yes, it is. I've got a lot of Vinny hair. I've been shoving it in this drawer. And if I was to brush pickles, or I mean Mystique, I would get twice as much. So that's what I've got so far. There's pickles and Vinny in there. So like this one you can see there's some pickles. It's gray. And then the other side is like orange. But yeah, if I was to brush Mystique, I would get so much more. She sheds like crazy. Okay. That's yarn waiting to happen. Yep. Okay. Get that song for Sunglow. Still calling Sunglow Pele. Oh. That is not a song. That is really cool though. Ah. So I don't know what that was, Sunglow, but it just took me to a picture. Free floofs. Yep. Guess what I got today? Ooh, what'd you get? What'd you get? I must know. I need to get me a teeny spindle. Yes! Oh my god. I want that teeny spindle. I was just like, oh, I need it. I'm like, can I make one? No, like sitting there trying to rack my brain. How can I make one like that? That's the point. It's an image. Okay. That is a really cool sign. Not gonna lie. You got a blending board? Nice! I love my blending board. I do need to put like a rubber back or something on it because it does slide around too much for me. Oh, yeah, let's move this back onto camera. Need that, but with a farmer and for wherever boyfriend is, and I said, right? A man child, but he's getting a lot. My engagement and wedding band were World of Warcraft. Because my hubby liked it. Was Alliance. Well, we were actually, well, when I first met my hubby, we were all about the Horde. And we always played on the Horde side. But then we left WoW for a while. And when we came back, um, his his kids were playing on the Alliance side, and a friend of ours was also playing on the Alliance side. So we decided to make some Alliance characters. And we played on Alliance for a long time, and we got into a really good guild there. And so hence the reason why I have Rumsley on my arm instead of Cyanosis, who was his original character on the Horde side. Because, yeah, he never played Cy anymore. He was Rumsley. So, and that is literally, like, I just took the picture of his character, and his character was even in ghost form too, because the last time he had played, he had died. So I took a picture. And then the only changes I got made were I got the Alliance Lion put on and his sword, because he was just like, holding it off to the side. I had his sword, so it was in the ground. But everything else is exactly how my hubby's character looked. He needs to be touched up, though. Just quick hi, Jamsy and crew. Rough night. Hugs. Sending you hugs. I just wanted to see you for a bit. Aw. Sending you lots and lots of hugs. I'm glad that I make your nights better. Yeah, it's a WoW character. Dwarf Warrior. My favorite character was my troll druid. But obviously, when I was on the Alliance side, I was Night Elf. I did have a Worgen druid as well, but my Night Elf was a lot farther along. Group hug. We likes the group hugs. Excuse me. I like the undead, but I could never seem to get very far on my undead characters. I suffered a little bit from multiple alt personality. So I had, on my Alliance side, the server that we used to play on was Cenarian Circle, but it was also a sister server to Sisters of Elune, so you could play on both servers. And I had both servers maxed out with Alliance characters. And then I also had what server was it? What was our Horde server? I cannot think of our Horde server for the life of me right now, but that one was also maxed out. And then I also played on another server somewhere as well. I've had a lot of characters. A lot. I was maxed. In order to make characters, I had to start deleting characters. And I haven't played WoW since, oh gosh. It's been almost, I think, it's been almost 10 years since I played. My cat and whoever is carrying her in a little safety harness can walk the rings to Mordor. She won't actually be involved in person. She's too much of a homebody. Aww. I really enjoyed WoW, but I struggled to get back into it after my husband passed away, and then I just sort of like burnt myself out on it after that. I met some really good people though. Still talk to him. Hip Dad that comes in here, I met him on World of Warcraft, and we became really good friends.
Oh, thank you for the heart.
Jay wants it to be actually functional for splitting wood. And I agree, that makes sense. Hermit says his axes are functional, so this is good news. That sounds cool. That's really cool. I was gonna say, this sounds like Jaylee. It's one of her newer songs. So I questioned it. I'm like, this sounds like Jaylee. Yes! Are you able to put it in Discord? I would really like to see it. These and I have all used kitchen cleaver he made me, but I haven't used kindness, my knife, yet. Not because I doubt her practicality, but because the mail system was rough on her and I need to reattach one of her stones. Oh. Right? Knives are awesome. Knives, axes. I like all that stuff. Not gonna lie. We're almost done this roll egg, which means we only have one left after this. And then the spin is done. We'll let it rest for a day or two. And then we can ply it up on Melanie. Which means that we are on to spinning on Sven and doing the grab and spin. Attach them with some sort of epoxy, so I just need to rough up both surfaces and reattach with the same sort of stuff. Nice. But I need to get the right stuff. The white blood cells in the enemy cells at work are combat knives wielding badasses. Uh-huh. And and we're gonna get a big bit of text. This is an I'm typing pause, I think, right? Um, real life would probably work the best. Right? She said the pathology report came back from the baby. There was nothing that I did that caused the miscarriage. Bean just couldn't handle it. Aw. I see her this Thursday for a 2-week post-op checkup. Distracted by a cold case. It's playing on my TV. Well, sending you hugs. I bet that makes you feel better. Well, a little bit better, obviously. Still sucks. Sending you lots of hugs. Ooh. That is cool. Oh wow, that is really cool. That is so awesome. Kelly! Hi, how's it going? We're almost done this spin. We have one more roll egg after this. She told Josh when I was still out from anesthesia that I can still have children. This didn't affect my. Oh, that's good. That next time I get pregnant, it'll be twins. We've agreed we'd like that, right? There's enough complex stuff going on with the human pregnancy. So many things. Yes. I did finish up. I don't know if you saw. I did finish up the other spin. I gotta rehank it though because my nitty nutty kind of broke as I was hanking it up. So there's some loose bits, but this is what the other spin ended up being. And I'd say it's about a sock weight. I mean, there are some thicker pieces, but it's for the most part, most of it's about that. So yeah, Autumn Forest is what I ended up naming it. I was like, I fell in love with the colors when I dyed it, and I just knew that it was going to be awesome, and it turned out even better than I thought. So, thank you. Right? Now I want candy apple. And I never even liked candy apples because they always hurt. Caramel apple, yes. Seriously though. Yes. I was very impressed with that dye. Like I did it in a mason jar, and I just started out with green, and then I decided to add in some brown and a little bit of orange, and it ended up turning out really cool. And if I remember correctly, I did it like mud, so I put it all the dye in the water first, and then I added the roving in. I can't remember if I did it that way or if I did put the brown in after, but I'm pretty sure I put it in before I added the wool. That's exactly what I was thinking was the caramel. Caramel apples were definitely better than candy apples, but now I want one. The candy apples always hurt my teeth. I like them, but they always hurt my teeth. Ooh, but you know what? My she wasn't actually my auntie, or like she wasn't actually my cousin. She was kind of like my cousin's cousin, but we always called her my cousin. Her mom made these candy apples with licorice, like red licorice. She melted down the red licorice and put it on the apple, and that was actually really good. Zummy in my tummy. Well, you might think it's you, but I actually quite enjoyed it. I love licorice though. So, I love red licorice. I love black licorice. You give me some black licorice and I am the happiest kid. And I'm talking, I love like even like the really like they've got that like salty black licorice that you can get in, was it Sweden or whatever? It's like really salty. I actually like that. It's good. I like the old-fashioned black licorice. When you go to like candy shops, you can get right? Exactly. Wanna be up here. Hi, buddy. You chasing a fly? Oh, it's a moth. You get that moth. You keep those moths away from me. Not so much away from me, but away from my floof. Okay, Jams, you gotta explain to me the difference between knitting, spinning, and weaver spinning. Snoring Cat said I need to do singles. I'm confused. However, tonight I'm a dunce in the corner. When you're weaving, I don't, well, one, I don't know much about weaving, but if you're doing singles for weaving, then you just don't ply the yarn. So you would just like single. This is what I'm doing right now is a single. And then usually you ply it up, but you can weave. And singles don't always have to be this skinny. But you can just spin up singles and just leave it as is. So yeah. I guess I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about weaving, so I can't really say what you need. Well, that's good. I'm glad you learned something new. Yeah. Yeah, so you kind of want to like set the twist, Callie. Like I don't generally work with singles, so I yeah. So and that's just like the same way as setting the twist when you're plying, right? So you wash it and thwack it, or snap it. And washing does not mean you go and wash or scrub. It's soaking in the water. Then you take it out, and you like thwack the shit out of it. I loathe working with singles, but yeah, pretty much that. Yeah. My favorite thing to do when I do, because I always save up. I hate washing yarn and setting the twist, so I always pile it up until I have like a whole bin, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get this shit out of the way, and I'll go and I'll wash it. And my favorite thing to do is just start thwacking it. I thwack it on the railing of my porch. Oh, my mom needs me to find her e-cig, and she wants some juice, which is probably a good sign for me to take a break, anyways, and get another Ovaltine. Even though it is kind of late, I am craving an Ovaltine, so we're gonna get an Ovaltine. I think I'm gonna wander off, but it was very nice to meet you. Have a great rest of the stream. Yes. Uh, Reminder of your current 24 hours, and if it's too close to over to get some good enjoying done, roll the other into tomorrow. Right? You take care. Have a good one. And yes, I'm going to take a quick break here, and then I will be right back. It shouldn't take me too long to find Mom's e-cig. It's usually right there. A lot of times she's laying on top of it. She's like, I've looked everywhere, and I'm like, roll over. Oh, here it is. All right, I will be right back. Oh, and then my music cuts out just as I go. Yeah, great. Yes, I'll take an Ovaltine. You already did it. I am back. And yes, thank you for queuing that tea up.